Have you ever wondered if you're going through a spiritual awakening? So often we think of spiritual awakening in our modern culture as bliss and peace and all good things happening and no challenges. And sure, sometimes those factors are present in a spiritual awakening. But more than often, there are some hidden signs of spiritual awakening that are overlooked in our culture. And I'd like to share those with you. First sign, hidden sign of spiritual awakening is you can no longer betray yourself. Then your relationships, some of them begin to fall away with those people where you were betraying yourself. The habits begin to fall away, some activities that you were doing that you can no longer do. Many different patterns change in your life, perhaps foods you eat or places you go. All of that can fall away. Anywhere where you were betraying yourself, it begins to fall away. And there can be a period of time of disorientation where you're letting go of relationships because you realize, I was betraying myself there. I can't do that anymore. And there's sometimes a limbo zone where you're in the limbo time, like the liminal space. And it's the in-between. And you've let people go, but the new friends haven't come in yet. And you may feel disoriented temporarily. You may feel alone, a little isolated. You might even wonder if something is wrong with you or if you've done something wrong and you haven't. This is very common. And this will pass. And as your frequency is changing in your spiritual awakening, the next wave of people in your world will come forward. And this is true for all the things that you'll be letting go of that can change when you're not betraying yourself. The new will arrive, and there's just that adjustment period. So just be patient and know that it will shift. Second hidden sign of spiritual awakening that's not talked about. Suddenly, your coping mechanisms do not work any longer. So if you had that overthinking coping mechanism that would just take you away into bliss and peace, that may not work any longer. Your over busy pattern, over productivity might not work. Your over shopping might not work. All of the coping mechanisms that you use to stay away from yourself and away from your feelings, they will begin to drop away. And again, you may go through a reorientation process. Third, hidden sign of spiritual awakening, not talked about. You may most likely become more sensitive. And you will be more sensitive to energy, people, environments. Really, you can be more sensitive to all things because your awareness is deepening of life. And it's just important to be gentle with yourself and to not think that there is anything wrong with you and not to blame yourself or try to change that. And eventually that sensitivity, it becomes an incredible gift and actually a superpower. Next, hidden sign that you are awakening. You may feel more emotion Isn't that ironic? Because so often we think, oh, if we're awakening spiritually, we will bypass or transcend our emotion. But that is not how it is. We actually expand into feeling more of our emotion because we're including our humanity. We're allowing that. We are transcending, but through expansion, through embodiment. And we are not leaving anything behind, and so we feel more. But the beautiful thing is, as we awaken more deeply, we are able to be with our emotions and stay present in what I call presence, and shine the light of our awareness, our loving light, and our benevolence into our emotions. And in this way, we are with our emotions without being taken over by our emotions. And in this way, we become more spiritually awake and more allowing of our humanness, which is incredibly beautiful. We become such a gift to this planet. We can hold and be with real emotion without dismissing it or bypassing it. And we can help each other and others be with the truth of their feelings in the moment without being lost in that or being taken over, without creating suffering. And one of the last signs, hidden signs, that's often overlooked in spiritual awakening is we end up coming home to ourselves. We begin to feel so comfortable in our own skin, our own being, our own presence, that we stop trying to prove ourselves. We stop overworking and trying to prove our worth. We stop caring as much what other people think about us. And we begin to rest in ourselves in a way that is simpler, present. It just is. It's not special. It's not flashy. We become more of our individual uniqueness, that we are all the shining light of the divine coming through uniquely, each of our forms, and we become that more without ego, without personhood, without self-importance. We just are, and we become more comfortable with the unknown, with not having the answers, not being right, not really knowing, more than our moment of the moment and our truth in the moment. And we are comfortable then in the unknown. We can rest in this place, knowing that all answers are revealed as they are meant to be. I pray that this supports you on your journey. And if you'd like to deepen and learn more about the awakening process and about healing, you can join me anytime in Integrating Infinity, my monthly offerings and teachings. The links are below.